You know what it is, the Front Left Podcast, Front Left of all Conversations. You got myself, Tazza, and I'm joined with...
I'm back, Trigger Trey.
Josh, I left yesterday. But I said, I'm back and I'm better. Hey, well, go on, people.
Come on.
2021. 21.
I thought you were spitting bars then. I was waiting for that.
I was going to start dropping bars, man. 2021, we're here. New year, new me, innit?
I said new year, new me, you know.
I left the old me in the bin, came back with a better one in there.
Ooh.
Jeez, come back,
Revolutionary.
and then Boris just killed the base 4 days in.
Trust
me, man.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Anyways, quick question. How was Christmas for both of you? And what is the weirdest New Year's resolution that you guys have ever made yourselves? Or somebody's...
Are you talking about in general?
Just in general.
I'll let us go first.
I'll answer the questions in reverse. The weirdest New Year's resolution, I don't really think I've had a weird one. It's probably just been goals to accomplish for the year.
100.
But like, I don't always end up accomplishing them. But sometimes, normally what I'll do in my notes is I'll write down like the big things I want to do in the year, and then see if I can get how close I can get to them. And then in between that, I'll just put things in. And yeah, Christmas was good. It was enjoyable. It was fun. What about you?
Me.
Or anyone?
My New Year's resolution. I don't really think I don't think I've really got weird ones in it. I think they've always been like weird ones. So I think different. Okay, I think I actually have a New Year's resolution. I think they change with age. So I think when I was younger, it was like, stop watching too much porn. It's not good for you. It's not good to you. I need to add that into this New Year's resolution, to be honest. Lockdown killed me. And then I think other ones have been like fitness goals.
Yeah.
And then money goals. And then I think when we got into uni. If I roll back porn, then it was fitness. So 18 was like go gym. Because I remember when I was 17, I went to OB. I want to get in shape for the gym.
Okay.
OB that took
Was that 2017?
No, when he was 17.
Oh, sorry.
So that was one of my New Year's resolution. And then after that, it was like uni goals to get in uni and graduate.
Okay, yeah.
And then a job. But then this year I didn't make any resolutions. I was going to say revolutions. Because I feel like I've gone 5 steps back in life.
Just because of this whole
COVID and whatnot.
Wow.
Like, so I just thought, someone else asked me, do you have a New Year's resolution? I was like, nah. Because literally I've been pushed back.
It's like a continuation this year, kind of. I'm the same. I've got things that I want to do, it's kind of like I wanted to do last year, but because of how the year was, it was too stop-start and you didn't know. So now it's just like, whatever I'm going to do, I'm just going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
Christmas was decent. It was all right. I would say probably the weirdest sort of resolution I made was back when power was at its hype. I was like, yo, after Christmas, I'm learning Spanish. Like, yeah. Tried it for like 2 weeks and then I just didn't even log back into the app. So.
Oh, there's an app?
Duolingo.
That's quite basic that after a while though, yeah. You need to get someone to...
Teacher.
Yeah, like, not even teacher, but when you get to the point where you need to be speaking it like conversation.
You know what you should invest in? Udemy.
Yeah, I seen over the lockdown. Was it yourself who was sharing some of the...
There was Udemy and there was
Coursera.
Yeah.
I like Udemy, man. Like for different stuff that I want to learn in. It's decent. And it's actually really cheap as well.
Oh, right.
When you get the sales, you can get like a £90 course for like £5.
There'll be January sales as well, I think.
So I'll tell everything, I'll say Udemy is the best thing. You asked us how our Christmas was as well.
Yeah.
Basic, to be fair. I feel like the novelty of Christmas is gone. So I think the novelty of Christmas is gone for us since 17, 18. I think the novelty of Christmas is gone since we was allowed to start going out properly. For me, personally. Because my thoughts wasn't in Christmas, it was Boxing Day.
Yeah.
New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
What can I do after? Or it's just that period to be off.
It was never Christmas. Like, I think my last ever big Christmas present was I got a new bike. A proper bike. And I was like, yeah.
Mine's like a PS4 whenever that came out. Can't remember. But for me, it's not about the presents and all that. It's just, I feel like it's a bit overhyped, but it's still nice to be like with your family or whoever you're close with at that time. That's why I enjoyed it this time, because like it was like I wasn't really working as much. Usually every time I'm working, so it was kind of got to go out, got to chill, got to relax. And then, because usually by the time it comes to January, I'm just always burnt out. I just can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Kind of like then going out. But this time I had a little bit of time to relax. So I'm grateful for that, I'd say. But what was it that you wanted to talk about anyway?
Oh, we was going to do like the first bit to like your Christmas recap, even though it was like... So for a lot of people that didn't know, Liverpool was tier 3 for Christmas.
Tier 2, weren't it?
No,
Tier 2.
Tier 2.
Okay.
We only just got put on tier 3 like on New Year's
so
Eve.
A lot of things were still open. So we did a lot of social distancing parties.
Yeah, but
There's a smile. Yeah. He's like, I'm party.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But
I was chilling.
compared to every Christmas Christmas party you've been to, the Christmas festive, not gonna lie, this year was sucked. It was actually sucked. Like I mean, the whole spirit of Christmas is gone. Like, you go out, the little things leading up, Brookhouse, I hate it anyway, but not having that option this year,
Oh, okay.
it's kind of dead.
Mm.
And then going to like set things, and I was just like sitting down and then starting, stopping to get up to go do this. You can't really embrace the people around you. It was quite dead, to be honest.
It's the well, I don't want to say it's the new normal, but it's just how things have been anyway. So we've got to just kind of, I want to say get on with it, but you know what you're getting yourself into when you go out or you want to enjoy yourself, because there's always going to be restrictions until that, like, the restrictions are gone fully and you're able to just relax and let loose.
It's funny though, because like, obviously, again, you're supposed to be keeping your distance and whatever, but you actually realise how much, the tactile sort of, like, touching.
Yeah.
It might sound mad, but touching people, do you get me?
Nah,
Like,
it's true.
that, eradicating that out of everything, like, what else are you doing?
No, it is, because I remember I think it was after the first lockdown, we had, when I was working and I'd been, I remember I was walking past someone, I'd seen someone I hadn't seen in time. Cause it was like,
And they're a bit hesitant to give you
yeah, it was like, normally it'd be like, yo, give me a hug and all this.
And then they have to give you that
yeah,
elbow.
and it's like, and it's like, oh my God.
It's the elbow that gets me.
Our first was that, now it's just a spud, man. Allow the elbow. Like you've got something wrong with you. Like, I need to touch your elbows only. Fuck that. But yeah, no, as you were saying, like, that embrace, it's taken away. Because you probably do take it for granted that when you see your peoples and that, you just...
I don't know why people are just doing this, because people will be swiping people's drinks or you need to think about the more content. It's like, okay, so I saw something on Twitter the other day, and it was New Year's Day, and it was in London, where there was a party, and it was just like ran from all the way to the stairs to the top.
Oh yeah, so that,
to the bottom. And someone said on the tweet, like, fam, no one would even do this if it wasn't even a pandemic.
Yeah, they wouldn't. I don't know what was going on in that video.
Yeah.
That was mad.
And I thought, right, you've got a fair point, because this wasn't a pandemic. It'll be okay. You need to think people move more mad on a pandemic when it's not. What am I going to say to it? In general, people move mad anyway.
Nah, I know what you mean. I think what it is that because that was the norm to do certain things, now that it's highlighted, like, it's distant, wash your hands, all that kind of stuff, people are more conscious about it. But I know what you're talking about, because you think about it when you go somewhere, even if you just go into like food shopping, the way people like bump into your cram passion or that. Now it wouldn't happen. But I kind of like that, because some people don't have manners and etiquette, man. They fucking get too close to you.
I think the whole supermarket, I actually enjoy going to the supermarket to shop now. Like,
What do you mean?
I got like space, bro.
I don't know, man. Because there was a period where bare queues, hella queues for no reason.
That queue business was
That
nonsense.
was mad.
But it was still queue business recently.
Some places now though, they got like a little traffic light system at the front.
I've only seen
Yeah.
that on Hanover though. I haven't seen that anywhere else.
I've seen it.
on Lock Lane
Aldi
as
on
well.
Smithdown.
Aldi and Swift got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
There's
Okay.
Lock Lane, Tesco as well.
They've got that too. Because when I first seen it on Hanover, I was like, right, this is a bit mad. Like, but yeah, like just stuff like that. Like, I'm not really too keen about it, and it just, that's what I'm saying. Like this whole year sucked. Like it really, and now we find out at 8 p.m. tonight. Like,
So when this comes out, it'll be already happening.
yeah, already happening.
10 minutes till
10
tea
minutes.
time.
Nah,
I
fuck
thought
that.
it was going to happen in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, I think it was because of Keir Starmer. He was like the Labour leader. He was like, we should just go into.
Who's this guy?
He's the new Labour leader.
Why is he talking too much? Like, I was like, why is he? We should go on lockdown till April.
Yeah.
Like,
To be honest,
April.
That's what he said.
to be honest, he as a Labour leader, some of his like views and some of the stuff he says, they don't make any sense. He's not like the way Corbyn is 100% for the people. He's a bit more like, he comes across as if he's a bit more for himself as well as he is for the people. So yeah, he was saying that, but I just don't get it. I don't really understand why. What's the point in taking everyone into the tiers if you're then just going to do a national one?
yeah.
And then you're going to go back to tiers and you're going to do a national one. Just like, I was saying it to like when I was speaking to Mac and Munir and all them the other day, I was saying like, I think you should just keep everyone in some form of tier 3, but adjust it.
Okay. So I think
Just adjust it slightly.
they need to ban travel completely.
Like people coming into the country.
People leaving cities.
But then the problem with that is like,
Like,
some people are still working, not.
so this is what I'm saying. It's not even about work now. It's about people leaving cities.
It's more so not even the city intercity thing. It's you can still travel out of the country and there's no checks to come back in. So
Yeah.
they haven't closed the borders. So like if you've gone to, because I saw people talking about Switzerland. People went to Switzerland for Christmas and they've come back and they're allowed to just do that. There's no like border stop to be like, oh.
But isn't that also as well down to whatever country they're flying out to as well though?
Yeah, but if the UK had said no, if you leave, you're not coming back for this period of time, people wouldn't leave. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's the fact that they have the flexibility to leave and then come back.
I do agree with Josh though. They do need to sort of stop or limit the travel though, because it's a bit mad.
It's a bit mad because you need to think like, all right, one's in tier 3, one's in tier 2, one's in tier 4. That whole period where we was in tier 2, the amount of fluctuation in people that I seen. The day we was tier 2, because it was a Wednesday, when or a Thursday.
So it was the lockdown finished and then it was like just before the weekend.
That weekend,
Yeah.
fam, it was ram.
It was mad.
Like, I was like, the city tripled.
Yeah.
It tripled in size.
Speak to people that don't even know one's from Liverpool.
There wasn't. And then you speak to more people and they're like, yeah, I came from London, or I come from this place, or this. And I was like, this is a bit mad because, all right, cool. Like, it's not about the work. People have to work. It's a very small percentage. People have to commute that far out.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but that's why I meant like, you can't stop them people. But if you're talking about the people who just come because they're in tier 4 and you're in tier 2, so they come to enjoy themselves. Yeah, I agree with that. But like my idea was like, they should just have like a tier 3, but just adjust certain things. So like, schools aren't open every single day. If you want people to go to education, just do it 3 days a week, and then the other 2 days online. That way you can monitor, like, you only know that you're only going to be in contact with these days, not, to minimize it. Or things like pubs, close all the pubs. If you want to keep restaurants open, you only keep them open till like whatever, 6 o'clock or whatever.
But I feel for pubs though.
And then just do takeaway after a certain time, just so they can still make a bit of money. But the thing with pubs, I get it, but
Pubs, bars, they've lost
lost
it.
but
Because you need to think, they've been shut longer, the restaurants. So they got shut. Some pubs and stuff got shut. Like, there's a pub I always used to walk past going home, up Hanover.
Oh yeah.
That's been closed for time.
it's because also some of them they can't even if they're allowed to be open, because they don't make as much money. There's no point in them even being open.
Yeah,
because they're just wasting on wages and whatnot.
Yeah, because I suppose it'll only be still not even beneficial, but unless you've got like an outdoor area or like a sky, so like a little roof terrace bit,
Yeah.
so you can drink and eat, and then have like warm heaters and stuff like that. Like you said, they've suffered probably the worst as well.
One of the most stupidest ideas is substantial meals.
Oh, fam.
Apparently, someone said, I don't know where I saw it, but there's no actual science behind the substantial meal.
Fam,
If you'd seen what we had at that place, yeah, oh my god,
Wasn't Tessa there? No, you wasn't.
No, you weren't, bro.
I don't want to name names.
Nah, that was scraps, bro.
We got had off. I'm not gonna lie. I've had so many substantial meals in
the last week
3
or
weeks.
two. Yeah.
And
Terrible.
I can tell you, the one we went to the other day,
Yeah.
whatever they give, that was a 1-person portion
It was.
for
Split
6 people.
between 6.
Where'd you want to go?
Oh, we can't.
Well,
I'm
we
not
can't
gonna
say. But it was like a one. It was literally, when we went to Big Bowl
Yeah.
and we ordered a starter.
Yeah.
Imagine that starter
Yeah, it was.
split between 6 people.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Them squid and rolls between everyone.
Yeah, between everyone.
That's
And I was like, okay, I wasn't too fussed anyway because I was there for the liquor.
Yeah.
But then when we went to that other one and they gave us
Monster.
a substantial meal,
Yeah.
it was us.
Yeah.
But it was literally like, when you get a party selection thing from Asda and they do them chicken wings and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, imagine one of them, the whole box,
Yeah.
again, split between 8 people.
Fam, it was
And
terrible.
then they tell you one of them trays that they took one piece of. So the boxes maybe got 4 different pieces in it.
Yeah.
So you got maybe 8 chicken wings, 8 dumplings, 8 calamari wings.
Yeah.
But they put one on each plate.
Yeah.
And I give it to 8 people and said this. Imagine one plate cost £15.
We asked
It's a
for
scam.
some more food. It's just like £15.
Yeah.
15 more pound.
Yeah, for just one of them small.
It's a scam,
where
man.
the box itself costs £5.
They have to make peas in it.
That's not peas. That's you making the system now.
Yeah, but these places, they can't just sell one drink for the price that they would sell.
Yeah,
because
but
you have to sell it with
That's
food.
not a
so
substantial meal.
My brother, I could have had the McDonald's.
That was it.
Took
Yeah,
it inside.
yeah.
That was more of a substantial meal.
It's mad that a double cheeseburger and a fries was more of a meal than that.
these places are doing whatever they can just to survive.
And then
innit?
the other substantial meal we had, we got bear food, but nobody ate.
No, I ate.
Did you eat?
I ate.
Fam, my head was
ate.
spinning. 1 minute there was bear food on the table. Next minute there was nothing.
It's probably me. who ate them.
No, it couldn't have been you.
Unless they just see me waiting and just
Fam,
took them.
There was
yeah, they might have
must
done
have,
that.
because
Yeah.
there was your food everywhere. There was just bare food. Come back.
But
The food disappeared.
the
I'm like,
mad thing
"Rah."
was, yeah, like I don't know what happened, but I felt like we were together when we used to like put the plates, like save the covers and stuff.
Yeah.
I was nowhere. I felt like all the plates just appeared in front of me. Yeah,
You did?
and I was like, oh shit.
Even
the
I was
food's
like, what the
here.
fuck's this? I don't know if it's the pepperness or I don't know, but I looked. Next minute I looked. I was seeing someone gave me cauliflower wings, and I was like, "What's this?" Mash?
Oh yeah. It was me. It was me. And you were like, "What's this mash?" I remember. And I tasted it. You're all right though, actually.
I was,
I'm using
and
that.
then I looked again. The food was gone.
What's this mash?
What's this mash? That is mad.
It was mad.
Oh man, what is this mash? But I mean, that is the going out experience at the minute. But I think, obviously, if you do go into another lockdown, there's not much you can do. To be honest, like I've because of how the last year was, I've just kind of like got used to it to a point where it just is what it is, kind of thing. So there's no point in. I don't really complain. If I go out, I know what's good. Like the ordeal is going to be. So I'm not really gonna complain. Obviously, it's not the same. Some places you go, they give you that little bit of leeway where you think you can get away with shit, and then sit down, and it just kills the vibe. But I think during the winter times and stuff, man, I'm just happy to just crack on and just trying to forge through like doing creative stuff and whatnot.
But that's what I'm saying. There's no in between filler. It's just This is what I'm saying. The days are so long,
Yeah, they are a bit long.
and then you're doing all this. Like, that's one of my issues today. Like, it's reverting back how it was in March.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now that I had that fear, that lockdown, something in me was like, fam, I'm not gonna lie, I was bare angry today, you know? Like, I was bare angry and I was bare upset. It's like someone just... Ola made a big point. He was like, because you man lived it. You man got that taste of freedom. That was going to be harder for you. And I actually deep down, I was like...
Nah, yeah, it's true.
Because I haven't had... Basically, I partied throughout for that months that I missed.
You made up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had that taste, like, literally, like, this is how my weekends and this is what we used to do. That, even though it wasn't quite there,
Yeah.
I was like, I still got to see people. I embraced people, had stories to tell.
Yeah.
It was that taste. So now man's telling me about another lockdown. I was vexed today, fam. And then I felt dead sad. I was like, I don't have no filler now. All I have is now they're closing the gyms.
I hate that's the one that is just the silliest, man. If they close the gyms, like, surely they can open gyms and have some kind of system where they filter.
I said should have an appointment basis.
Nah, I don't
like,
think appointment based because deep it, yeah.
why not?
I don't think it will work.
Or at least maybe not appointment based, but like have, because most gyms have apps.
But
So they have like, maybe say like, this is the amount of people you can have in.
okay, so I don't know what gym you go to, and I don't know what it's like for your gym. But me and Olive had this conversation today, and we've had this conversation before. It doesn't matter the amount of times where people were like, oh, I keep the gyms, yeah. There's never been one time that I've been gym since they opened them. It said it's been 100% capacity.
It's never been.
Never been.
Yeah, it's never been.
It's never been.
Never been.
Yeah, there's always space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's never ever been. It's never like that.
it's never been like
Because
that.
people go gym depending on their schedule.
Do you get me?
It's
Yeah.
never. The only times you're gonna go is if everybody finishes work at 5 and you get there 6, but still not fully
It's
full.
still not
It's still
full.
not full.
So
So-
I've never been gym where it's like you can't go in. Like I've been gym and I've been at the morning and I've been in the evening. So I've never been like, obviously it's a bit rammed in the evening, but there's space to do everything. The only thing that is more conflicting is where obviously there's going to be 2 or 3 people doing the same workout as you. So what you're doing is going to be cancelled out. But
Yeah.
apart from that, nah. So how you tell me this is an unsafe place where, especially when I go in the morning, fam, there's only like 6 heads.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I've been like even up to midday, and I'm on the floor on my own.
Yeah,
Like the only person that is in the building on that floor would be the cleaner in the toilet.
that's it.
And
It
It's
just doesn't make sense to me.
It's like, I think the people who make the rules for them, they don't even go gym.
No, they don't.
They actually don't,
They
go,
don't go
gym.
gym.
So they don't even understand the setup of it. And even if you close everything, kept gyms open, it doesn't mean people are going to start chilling in the gym for 9 hours.
Nah.
Because that's not
Yeah,
like...
that's not realistic, and that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Since COVID though, my workouts are a lot shorter.
Same.
It's made me feel like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna not take the piss
Just get in and
and just get
out.
in and get out. And like the cuts are like 50-minute workouts, or I'll do 2 half-an-hour ones, come in morning and do one at the end. It doesn't bother me no more.
Would you say though? I know that's sort of cut your time. Are you saying you're working a little bit more effective now, or you're not getting the same kind of results out of it?
Me personally, it was a battle.
Yeah.
So you need to think we had so long off, like so long off, and then so long off, you wasn't moving, and then so long off, I wasn't moving and I was cooking. So like,
You always talk about this.
I love it. My mum was
Master
eating
Chef.
in it. My mum was doing Master Chef in it. So then I had 2 battles. I had one battle to lose the weight, and I had now another battle to put back the muscle. So it's 2 different mindsets. I'm not gonna lie, shit is hard because I'm a lot more tired now than we was a couple of years back.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but like when I can't throw weights how I used to throw weight, man. Like my recovery's crazy.
I don't though. It's for that same reason. I don't even attempt to do like how...
Tired, like I'm absolutely knackered. Where I wake up one morning, I'm like, I feel like I've just been knocked over.
Yes.
Like so, that's one of them. But and now we're gonna do it again. I don't know if my mindset can take it this time.
So for yourself, would you rather that? I think I said this, asked you this question before we came before. Would you rather that him come out tonight and be like, look, okay, we need you locked in for, let's say, the rest of the month, or say, look, 2 weeks time, well, let's say 2 months, locked down for like another 2 weeks, we'll review it, and then we'll review it again. Do you get me? Would you rather just know straight away?
No,
or?
I'd rather, because that's the same shit that they did. This is not gonna lie, this is what was pissing me off today in the group. When Ola was trying to tell me, and I was like, no, this is what he said last time.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You pissing me off, like it was getting me angry. Like, it was actually pissing me off, man. I was getting vexed because it's exactly what happened last time, where he was like, the thing was meant to be 2 weeks, man.
It was March till April.
Yeah.
Yeah, throughout March till April.
COVID update.
What was it?
On already?
Back into national lockdown again.
Is that what
For
he
how
said?
long?
Fuck it. I was
Does it
gonna
say how
swear
long?
there, me, man.
That far yet.
It's our podcast, you can swear, man.
Nah, I was gonna say some.
Nah, I was gonna finish. We're not broadcasting this year.
Nah, fuck this guy, you know. Like, he's not my leader. He's actually not my leader. Like, he's not. He's actually not.
Nah, I hear that. Check on my phone.
Like, he's actually not. Man said to exercise once per
was
day
he on
at a
BBC?
local. What's a local location? It's cold.
Fam, it's snowing half the times.
It's basically the same rules but tougher than they were back in March. So you can only leave for like shopping and.
Fuck this. I was gonna. Oh, man. He's not. He's a waste man.
Do you know what it is? The main thing that I don't get, I understand obviously you're doing the lockdown to prevent the spread of the disease, the virus, whatever you want to call it, to contain the pandemic. But there hasn't been enough of an implementation of a plan to be like, we're going to stop this. And whilst we're stopping this, these are the goals we're going to try and...
Yeah, exactly.
We're
It's a third lockdown now, man. How can they expect people to have faith in the government when it's the
Innit?
third lockdown?
Doing the third lockdown where it's the same as the one we first did, which by the time we're out of this one, it might be a year from the first one.
And we're being told now that it's worse than it was. Like the peak is worse.
Like
It's
what?
Like, really, another year then maybe.
And then there's exactly, and then you look at like I know a girl who's in Australia, and her New Year's they were partying on the beach.
Yeah, man.
I seen
And
that.
Everyone was just, loving life, and there's other people I know in that part of the world and Asia and stuff like that, and they're just enjoying. But obviously, I do think the climate does add to it. But on top of that, like, obviously, it's hard to rule people who ain't gonna listen to the rules. But I feel like if you give people false hope and you lie and you don't come up with a plan that seems viable, then it's going to be difficult for people to buy into it.
Oh, shit.
But
People don't trust the
Why are
world.
letting things for these cameras on?
no, he's on Insta.
Yeah.
It's that camera that's on you though.
Yeah. No, this one.
I don't know. That one,
that-
that's us.
Oh,
That
right,
one
okay.
picks up us.
I don't know what camera it is or what position
There's
you sat
one where
one
I
time.
watch what I saw.
You went like that. That's on camera.
It was when we were at the table still and the camera's over your shoulder. Mum was like, this is zoomed in. Zoomed in. Trust, man.
But yeah, fuck this guy, man. Like, actually, fuck my man.
But what I want to know is though, when they had the expert guidance from this, is it SAGE? Is it? I think that's what they call themselves. I don't know what the acronyms actually stand for.
I'm not sure.
But like they were like obviously, telling them like we should have a stricter lockdown earlier, so you have more of a better chance of.
Oh, yeah.
Should have done that, mate.
Should
So
have
what
done that.
happens this evening? Starts today.
Starts
What, from
tonight?
midnight?
Starts tonight. Said it starts from this evening.
Mate, when everywhere else locked down the countries and Boris was singing about washing your hands for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Fuck this nigga, man. Like, he's actually a dickhead. Like,
It's embarrassing, mate.
he's an embarrassing guy.
When all the stats came out, it was saying that like with the lockdowns, they had that information from when it first broke out in other places around the world in November. It was like they had the opportunity by the time we got to January to be like, you know what, stop it before anything. But then we went into lockdown in March. Remember, Italy was done out. Like,
Yeah.
This would be a full year. I don't give a fuck.
No,
It's
it will
another
be.
year.
We'll
It will
back
be.
in lockdown by March, easily.
not even back. I think it
What
still
you
will
mean?
be.
No,
Tonight?
I mean, like, we'll still be in lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be a
Yeah.
full year. The
More.
way that's what was pissing me off. Where Ola was like, "Yeah, it'll be done by April," and I was like, "No, it wouldn't."
What, last April?
This one,
It will.
we was having a discussion today, and I was like, "He said this." I said it will last a year.
The furlough scheme's extended till April. So
Yeah, but
So it makes sense because it falls in line with that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and then they will open it up for 2 months again.
See,
And
that's
then close it.
See, but this is what I don't get because I don't believe that it can't just ever go away.
Until a vaccine is.
But then is the only way for that has happened is everyone in the
take
world
it, and not
takes
everyone's
it,
going to take
and
it.
not everyone's going to
You
take
need
it.
everyone to take it for it to be effective. I think it's a lot.
Well, you're still gonna need like at least 50% of each population.
I'm surprised there hasn't been riots though.
For what reason?
Like,
There might be. 2021 might be that year.
no, for real.
Shit.
Like,
Mate,
this is worth writing for.
yeah, but why? There was so much stuff that happened last year.
No, bro,
People
this
couldn't even.
is worth writing now.
Yeah, but
Because we didn't have nothing about lockdown.
What would that
There
do
was
then,
no,
right?
we've never had lockdown before.
yeah, but what when
Like-
you say rioting, like Jake was
For
saying before,
freedom.
What's it gonna do though?
Man said for freedom.
They're not gonna go. Oh, they're right. Let's stop. No. they're
Yeah,
not.
they
They're
won't.
gonna go
They'll
down
just
the-
arrest them people.
I
who
just don't
riot.
know why he hasn't been snuffed yet. Like, I'm being serious.
Because it's a lot
The
more
view
complex.
shit.
It's a lot more guys sat
But
in
Josh
town
only
thinking, I'm gonna make this
But I
decision.
think my Hancock is autistic. No, I'm being serious. I'm not even joking. So there was a thread I watched of my. You know I'm right.
I'm not agreeing with
Nah,
that.
Tezza knows.
I know what friend you're talking about.
He knows what I'm right.
I've
there.
seen the
Posted some of
thread.
the photos,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've seen
Have
the
you
thread.
seen it?
I've seen it.
What's this spread?
So basically, it's
It's
like
legendary.
just like different clips of
It's
what he
just man
does.
Hancock being weird.
But like, he,
But no, I get what you when you say he could be. I get what you mean. The way he
has
moves,
similar
it's like
traits of someone who's got autism.
yeah. No, I do
What-
understand
so
it.
what's your point then? That's the reason why we're in all this.
No, I'm saying he's autistic.
What's your point?
I'm saying that he's autistic.
You've just made an independent point that he's
I
autistic.
did.
Yeah,
I
he's
had to
just-
say. I
just
had to
kinda-
get off my chest.
Shit.
Adding it to
Matt Hancock's autistic.
You're
yeah.
autistic?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah, Matt, if you hear this, we love you still. No?
There's a lot of ifs though
he's the
in
Minister of Health,
in
isn't he?
like the
Whatever.
statements. There's a lot of ifs, and like you said before, there's no clarity. So like whether it's this government or whoever's in charge, if they're coming with statements that are saying if, no one's gonna,
It's
trust.
because they don't know.
I've realistically lost 2 years of my life.
The last two.
Fam, this is gonna be 2. Realistically, at the end of this is gonna be 2. I'm not. We need.
Maybe.
I was a bit optimistic last year.
What
About-
Mr. Switzerland?
I was so happy last year, thinking it's gonna be 2 weeks. That 2 weeks lasted for time. I actually thought it was gonna be 2 weeks. That shit lasted for time. Come out of it hella depressed. And you know what's mad? I don't even get depressed.
Wait, so
I'm being serious.
so this is gonna
Nah,
be
here you
gonna
are.
be 6 weeks.
6 weeks. What?
I swear this is 6 weeks.
From
Where
now
you
to
getting
April, it's
I
not
was on
6
Twitter
weeks.
just looking at everything. People saying 6 weeks. No, not April. April will be like 3 months.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
lockdown should be lasting 6 weeks.
Because isn't I don't know if it's Scotland, was it Ireland that in lockdown? So like, is it 6 weeks since
Something
the
like that.
something like that? Yeah.
Do you remember back in, was it December where they were like, oh no, it was November, and they said it's going to be a lockdown that ends on the 2nd of December. No question about it.
Yeah, yeah.
It end, and then we went straight back in again. That's
Well,
what's
no,
happening.
it was ended, but I think it was
Tiers.
always going to be into tiers. Yeah. But I think I don't mind the tier system. I just think it should be changed. I don't understand. I don't think national lockdowns are the way forward. I think that's just pointless. I think regardless, there's always going to be people who are going to do whatever they want to do. So there's no point in you trying to police absolutely everybody when people have still got like the livelihoods to try and live as well as try and stay sane. All these kind of things. You may as well just, if you're going to have tier systems, have everyone in the tier. It doesn't matter if there's more cases there or less cases there, because then if you change the tier systems, whoever has least cases, they're going to try and go to it.
The whole country goes from one tier to another.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Basically,
That gets around the problem of people traveling
It-
between cities.
that's my whole point.
Unless they
So
want to
yeah,
have borders, which is gonna turn into
exactly.
like Nazi Germany.
And then you're gonna do. Then Brexit will have its own. It won't even be Brexit. It'll be England will have its
Liverpool
own.
Brit.
Yeah, like yo, Scouse is only
Nah, for
Manx
real,
only.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yorkshireman,
I genuinely-
Lancashire, be on mad.
I genuinely
madness.
think we should have that.
Oh, right, it's too hard.
No,
to
I
police.
The
genuinely
Liverpool
think-
Gestapo.
No,
Like, they
I
stand
genuinely
up
feel like that's one of the things that I was saying where we need to stop travel from going in from different cities.
on the trains or
Just in
Just in
general.
general.
In general.
What, you
Every
can stop everyone on the
every
M6?
city.
That's my point. I said you
No,
can't.
but
You
every
can't police
city
that.
has,
Yeah.
so
Has like
Italy
a-
had it. Italy had it. So part of Italy had different rules depending on the count of COVID.
It's true. Jamaica had something similar where they had like this. It was kind of like their track and trace, but it was like. But you see, you need everybody to buy into it and do it.
exactly.
So it's like, so if I'm in, say, I live in South Liverpool, and I'm told just stay in South Liverpool, don't go North Liverpool. whatever's on my phone or my app or whatever, once I enter that thing, it will alert whoever to be like, you're not meant to be here kind of thing. I think they had something similar and something like that in Jamaica, but obviously in this country, everybody has
But
to
you
It's a
could
little bit more
implement-
it's a little more
you
free,
could
innit?
implement that though, because it's stated that different cities have different cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But how can they?
no.
police it?
It's you can police it. It's not even about how can you police it. It's policeable.
How?
It can be, because think about it. If you're coming into the car into Liverpool now, you've got like, obviously there's a few different entries. If you're coming from, let's say, like the Wirral side of things, you've got like the bridges.
Yeah.
So you can have some police obviously on
And
there.
plus,
Do you
where
know
your
what I mean?
car's registered to as well.
So
that's already
so
clocked.
with the
police drive around scanning number plates saying you're not from Liverpool.
It's not even scanning.
it's not
You don't
even
need to
that.
scan.
So
As
obviously
soon
you
as
got like
so
the
you've never
smart
been in a whip, innit?
motorway. Do you like the smart
And
motorway?
it goes past. It flags up each time.
Oh, on the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
That's what I mean. It scans.
yeah, and then you need to think as well. Police people at train stations. You know that people, if they're coming for a night out, no one's going to drink and drive. The amount of people that was getting the trains during that period, no one thought, let me police the train stations. That's how you know.
That would work, but I think that would cause a lot of like chaos.
It
People would be
would.
like,
It wouldn't.
Yeah,
wouldn't-
it would cause chaos.
But
It
at the
would
same
be
time,
manic.
it needs to happen though.
It does need to happen. You're
It
right.
needs to happen.
That's the problem.
Like
What needs to
if
happen
people
is
saying
like,
we're gonna police the train stations, no one will complain, because do you think they will complain to say that, okay, your city's okay enough, why are you gonna leave? It's not gonna cause chaos. If your numbers are down by this much, no one's gonna complain, because if Liverpool and Manny's fine, no one from Liverpool's gonna go Manny.
Yeah.
If their numbers are low, let them be. If your numbers are low, let them be. No one's gonna leave. The only reason people leave because one's open and we're going to the nearest one.
True. The other way they could have done it is regions. They could have been like Liverpool, Manchester, Blackpool, Burnley,
Well, like
the
Northwest.
Northwest. That region, we'll count that as a region. Obviously, there's individual cases in between that, but that region, you're gonna be like, doom. Then at least that way, it's if something happens, it's just that region you can police. Then the Midlands, the whatever, London, Greater London, and then the South Coast or whatever, that split it that way, and then North, like Newcastle, whatever.
Still, though, you'd still need to police it.
Yeah, you would, but
Yeah.
that's a maybe an easier way.
I just generally feel
That
like it should
individual.
be every city to itself. So obviously not city, maybe regions, but not the north, because the north is too big. So Merseyside is one region.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Greater Manchester is one region.
yeah, you can do that.
Yorkshire is one region. Then
So like
you've
all the
got-
counties, can't more or less.
Yeah. So basically that's their regions. You go to London, instead of counting the whole of London, they also have regions as well.
Yeah,
So
32 boroughs and that.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Do the boroughs that way.
but the issue
Then-
again is money though. In London, everything's ran through London, so
But then it has to run by boroughs. It has to run by region.
Because any idea that
Because-
sounds good, it does sound good until you put it into action, and then it causes.
But it was never put into
another
action.
problem.
It was never put into
What I'm
action.
saying is, no matter what plan they go for, you're not going to please everyone. First of all,
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna
true.
You're going to cause problems indirectly.
You're
yeah,
not causing
but
problems
you
in
need
the-
to just
I
try
think-
and solve the majority.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of people would have been pleased with that outcome.
I
I
disagree.
generally. So if you're telling me people would rather just stay in your region, stay in your region now, your life can not go back to normal. Say that everyone can have tier 2 or tier 3. These things are open. You just stay in your region.
I think that would work more so.
I think that would work more so.
Would it be like that's why I said the tier thing. You either do it or, like everyone should be in the same tier, or don't do, because that's when people are gonna cross over. Or like Josh is saying, like certain things are open at certain times. So realistically, if they wanted to, I know it's unrealistic, but you could have tier 4, tier 3 for everyone. But then maybe 1 day, 2 days a week, you allow that tier 2. Do you know what I mean?
Day release.
Because then it's
Nah,
realistic
it's not.
though.
It's real talk.
It is actually realistic because
Statistical nightmare.
a lot of companies now, people who don't commute do actually work from home. So it's eliminated a lot of costs. No one can be using that. Not many people are using that I need to commute rule now. It's not, because a lot of people who do commute legit work from home.
Yeah,
So
working from home is quite effective.
do you get what I'm saying? But
That's why they're going into national lockdown, because the people that can work from home.
Yeah.
Continue to do so.
So that is in there. So no one's leaving.
I just want to know, like, with them sort of chopping and changing, or kids are going back to school, kids aren't. For parents who, well, like I said, if it's in lockdown now, so are those parents going to be still working or on furlough? But, like, I can't be living day to day and be like, oh, shit, like, I've got to worry about work, then I've got to worry about my kids, like...
Yeah, it's true. It's a lot. It's a
The fact
lot.
that something could change tonight, all of a sudden, unexpectedly.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's just, it's too much. I hate the chopping and changing. It's instant. Like, if you're gonna do a lockdown, they can. If you want to do lockdowns, regardless of the case or whatever, you can plan them. You can be like, January to March, you're gonna do a lockdown, so everyone has a time to prepare.
Yeah.
Whatever. March to May, it's gonna relax. May we'll lock down. Like, you can plan it.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it just because cases. Because what will happen is be domino effect. Cases rises. Cases go down. Okay, go and have your fun. It's just
You can't really predict the future, though, can you?
exactly.
True.
But at least you can plan to say, like, this is when the lockdown is, and then once you've planned that, then whatever future plans you've got to try and implement for furloughs and people who are losing jobs and all this kind of stuff, at least you've given yourself a time period to where you can be accountable. Because if you then something that you want to do doesn't happen, you've given yourself a date to do it.
I feel like our government responds very quickly to the recent data, though. Like, all of a sudden, data says it's going up, so we lock down, and then it's coming down again.
That's my whole point.
Then they're always going to be chasing their tail.
That's my whole point.
Yeah. So,
So
it's
it's like,
be clever and think, okay, what plan can we make that's going to be sustainable, not just next week or next month, but for the next 6 months?
and obviously, realistically, Christmas, winter, Christmas, winter, low sunlight, weather,
Yeah,
bad
they should have
weather.
expected this.
You're gonna know the cases are gonna rise.
He just
Obviously,
says he says some stupid shit, man. Like, you can go and work out outside. The fuck?
it's minus
Like-
one. Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, do you want us to get even more sick?
That's
Like,
the thing.
yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Like-
It's like he's saying it on purpose to piss
like,
people off.
he's the guy's not an idiot. He's
No,
not
he's
an
not.
idiot.
But he plays the fool.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah,
He's joking on the pack of
you know what?
cards.
He's
Nah,
lucky I don't
really?
live in London because I would dash him and his missus outside. Like, no, I don't think he is. I genuinely don't
I
think.
he's a clever guy, but I think he doesn't know the difference between what like a plan on paper and how it actually.
No,
turns
bro.
out to be.
I think that's the facade.
Do you think? Why would he do that though?
Bro.
I think
Why?
he doesn't know
it's-
how
I
to
think
come across.
He went to the
yeah.
he went to the same school as Boris. He went to the same
He
school
did.
as Trump. The cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, so what motive would he have? To
Trump-
just act like a bad little-
Trump, yeah, is one of the most intelligent men in this planet.
Yeah.
You man don't see it. Boris is from
to be a
that.
businessman, not a politician.
But
Same with Boris.
Boris is cut from the same cloth. Do you know what's mad? These people are picked. I called Boris would be prime minister
Yeah.
back in 2013.
Yeah, there's a selection pool of certain. That's why only I don't know what percentage. They all go to Oxford, Eton.
Eton, yeah.
it's close,
It's
isn't it?
just like it's already.
Predestined.
Yeah, it's predetermined. So it's
That's the
like
word.
you're gonna be in private school. Then once you go private school, there's these 6 schools you might go to. Then these 6 schools you're gonna, and these are they know already. It's like with the monarchy.
Monarchy. So
Monarchy
there's
as
never, ever a chance. Sorry, Jacob. There's never, ever going to be a chance that, like, somebody like us will ever be prime minister.
I don't know, you know.
You sure?
Fam, if Boris resigns and Rishi Sunak.
Rishi Sunak.
Man said
Sunak.
Shaki, you know.
Shocking.
Yeah.
It's not Shaki to me.
If Rishi Sunak actually becomes PM and takes over, then
You know, apparently he's like 5'5".
is he really?
Yeah, yeah. Everyone thinks he's
Little
that tall, and then like he stands
man.
up and he's like this big or something.
Mad,
Just because there's
Little
pictures of him
man.
next to other people, and they're like, yeah, he's like that. And this.
mad.
So
That
random.
would be one. And for him as well, it'll be like, I don't know if England will be ready for that, G. Literally.
Who's the London
It's
mayor?
Sadiq Khan.
Oh, okay.
I like Sadiq. I like Sadiq. me
They
man.
hate
shut
to
him
be
out,
honest,
haven't they?
Imagine that.
Like, he's not part of any
Who's
conversations.
Sadiq?
Yeah.
I don't know. He did some fireworks stuff the other day.
Fireworks.
So on New Year's, they have normally fireworks
Yeah.
outside
Big Ben,
Ben
innit?
and stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah. It's still closed now, isn't it?
yeah, and he did like Black Lives Matter and NHS and some other stuff in the display, and he got like proper like backlash. But he basically called out the racists, you know? And I rate that. Like
Fair dues.
I rate him, but like if an Asian, no offense to Asian people, but our country's not ready for a black person. Our country's most not definitely ready for an Asian person either.
No,
Like,
of course.
and if he becomes,
What difference is it make?
there's levels.
What when you say what difference is it, what do you mean?
What do you think is going to be like the reaction if Rishi Sunak gets into power? Civil rights backlash or something?
Oh, bro.
I couldn't even get into it, man.
Nah, they all spin it. They all find like the newspapers and stuff will find links to where his background is, where he originated, saying he's not from this country.
Similar to what they did to Obama.
Yeah,
innit?
they'll start saying
But Obama's one was different.
he has links to Al Qaeda and all stuff like
I think Obama was Obama. They used Obama for the right time.
Yeah, he's placed as
He was placed.
decoy.
It wasn't. Obama came in to be president. He was the man for the actual right time. He was actually placed for the time what was happening. It's if Rishi got placed in power, his is by luck and chance. He wasn't placed by the right time or used as a political ploy. It wasn't. That's literally by chance. And that's what I'm saying. People will not be ready for that.
Yeah.
Like, they literally wouldn't be ready. And like, look how we can't even take a Sainsbury's advert.
It's true.
It's true. Like, no, for real.
Nah,
like,
it's true.
Oh, the carrot thing. And
not even the carrot thing.
No,
the,
but that's part of the whole thing, innit?
What carroting?
We spoke about it when Keisha was on the episode.
Yeah, the
no,
gravy
that was
boat.
another one.
You're
There was
talking about the gravy boat?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. With the black family.
Yeah.
If we couldn't take a black family, like there was even bare racist backlash when the people who own, I think it's AO, bought Asda.
AO.
Is it AO?
AO. Let's go. That one.
Yeah, it's in Bolton, innit?
I don't know.
It's owned by some Asian people, and they bought Asda back from Walmart. And they brought it back, and people are like, right, these non-British people buying Asda. But it's mad.
Do you only give a fuck if it's football, man?
What?
Football.
If it's football, like if you got like owners coming in, I've seen jetting cash into the
I
thing.
don't know, fam.
Footy's the only way that they'd be like happy
I
with
don't
something
even
like
think
that.
they'd be happy with, because I've heard them say, get these owners out, fam. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Football's only when you're winning. If you ain't winning, anything can go, man. Football's even the people in football who not just own fans as well. I don't even want to start naming names. Like, there's loads of idiots in football, because when things happen in football, they get passed off as like banter and stuff like that. But that's another conversation for another day.
Yeah.
People like to brush things under the carpet when things happen. But well, no.
Boris, man.
I'm so angry, man.
Nah, be calm.
Mid-February will be out. Well,
Is that what he's saying?
mid-Feb apparently.
Fuck this man.
That'll be just in time for. Now you miss it?
For what? Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Valentine's
Man,
and Carmen.
You didn't even want to say the word Valentine's Day.
I was thinking of the word.
I know you just looked at me.
It's been extended to the. Oh, and wait. So when is it? Feb or March? I think it'll be March. I think so. The 15th of Feb is when the vaccine comes out.
I thought it was
15th of
The
Feb.
vaccine was out last Monday, wasn't it?
Already out.
I know, yeah.
They've already vaccinated like over a million people.
Yeah. What you mean? You mean when the lockdown's meant to end 15th of Feb? That's the
What I think's going to
day
happen
after Valentine's.
around that time, most places would be in lesser tiers, so like the tier structure would like reduced a little bit. But then the bad ones, I wouldn't say they will stay in this tier, but it'd be a little bit less like restrictive. Do you get me?
What? This one's more restrictive?
You wasn't listening.
Well, I'll say it again. Sorry, bro.
This guy.
It's the rage, innit?
It's the phone, more like. Hello, yeah. That's the rage.
I'm actually really angry about this.
I said it's the rage.
Not the fact he was scrolling.
It was the rage, fam. It was the rage. I was looking through the comments for the lockdown. It's the rage. It's the rage.
Mad. So basically, I was just saying, like, if this is going to be until the second week of Feb or whatever, yeah, they may then look at all the tiers in the different areas or whatever, bring some tiers like right down, keep some at a certain level, and then revisit the rest of them at the end of Feb or whatever.
Oh, bro,
I don't know, man.
I'm just gonna end up killing someone. I can't.
Jesus.
Oh, my lord!
Hello, yeah, bleep that out.
Bro, we need to bleep some of these out.
Jeez.
This is gonna be played in court. This one.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Real talk. My
Oh,
mindset
no,
can't
no,
take
no.
this.
Disclaimer: I'm not giving anyone no allies.
Nah, I'm not.
alibis.
But it's like
It's all a Scouts round 2, Josh.
I can't do it. It was It's like I'm on.
Not
day
in this
release.
weather though.
It's like I'm really on. I was really like I'm on day release. Like
Nah, it's true.
I'm really. You know what's actually mad? I get what people say. Like prison. Like I understand why prison's a punishment. I really do. Even though I used to think like, oh yeah, you still get like set things and because
Can't
you
do what
don't have
want.
your freedom.
Yeah, you can't do what you want.
I understand why prison is actually a punishment.
Mm.
You
Like,
take it for granted being able to just jump on a plane to Spain. You know?
fuck the plane.
Nah, it's
I just
true.
want to walk. I want to hold someone's hand and not be scared. I want to hug someone.
Not be judged.
Like, serious.
Nah, it's true though.
Yeah, no, it's
Fam,
true.
I've ever told you the time where I was walking, I sneezed, and all these ladies looked at me like, what the fuck? Like, they all turn around like, rah, like, my man, are you like, it looked like I was about to kill people with a sneeze.
That's true.
Like, I'm
Like
tired
when
of
I
it.
go for a jog, obviously I like if I've got my headphones in, obviously I'm breathing little bit heavier and stuff. And I see people like say where you are, like stopping there, waiting for me to go past, and I'm thinking, oh, thank you. Then I'm thinking in my head, actually, wait, did you stop? Because like you don't want close contact with me. I'm sick of all that, man.
Let the man go past.
Just walk. I don't
I
yeah.
don't mind that, mate. People having a bit of distance from you.
No, that's
Like,
calm.
oh,
But like
man.
when you just see it, where it's like you're walking and there's only two people on the road, and the person crosses over the road, and you're like,
The amount
Do you-
of people I've seen crossed roads and
in it. Do you
I do
think
that, bro.
I wouldn't be about if I was actually ill? I wouldn't be about just getting about. Some people do. Speaking of that, actually, there was an MP got arrested earlier on. Do you see it? Yeah.
Well, what happened?
Basically, she had COVID
All right.
and she thought, "Fuck the rules, I'm gonna travel."
police.
Did she really?
Police.
And she had
Police.
COVID.
Nah, not police. Yeah, she had COVID. She was test like.
An MP was this.
Yeah, you'll find it. It'll say MP. The police are going to hers and everything. Because obviously she's been diagnosed, man. She went to isolate and stuff. Imagine if she went to somewhere where there's a large concentration population of people and it just spread.
Oh my.
And she's an MP. I think it was in Scotland.
That's ridiculous, mate.
Yeah, I saw it before. I was like, rah.
Fuck it. These man don't follow the rules. Like, you
There's
know
not
what,
following
yeah?
the rules and there's having a being like positive virus. That's a whole nother
That's
level.
like intent to kill.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because imagine you go to a place
Wait,
where
did she know?
she must
She
have
don't
knew.
know.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it said on it. She knew she had COVID.
Where was she traveling though?
Like a 500-mile rate. Like she must have been
Why did
from.
these man go distances?
I
It's
don't know
never.
what to
It's
do.
never
It's
like.
never like round
It's actually like.
You know what I'm
500
thinking though?
miles.
They go on missions.
I'm thinking she must have took whatever test it was and just hoping that she weren't gonna have got it. Travelled anyway, and then yeah.
Maybe let me find
So
it because the
stupid,
name
because
will come up.
Every politician that's being clocked is like
Do
Go
going
missions.
I'm thinking, where you are going?
So Scottish MP Margaret Ferrier arrested and charged with culpable and reckless conduct over alleged breach of coronavirus rules. And I'll find her.
she won't go to prison though, would she?
She'll probably get out of it.
Has to
But
resign in it probably.
If you break the own government rules, you should be arrested.
especially
If
if
you're a member of parliament.
imagine she went to go and visit her family and there's old people and they just
Got clattered.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think this thing's killing people the way it is. You know who I've been listening to a
Oh,
lot
yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
though?
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Get
This
on.
guy,
Fam,
man.
for the first time in my
Tables
life.
and turns.
Jesus.
For real.
We
G.
do not
This
endorse.
is our first and last pod of the year.
Like she's talking some real sense.
I seen
Oh
that
my
video
God.
that you said, and I was like,
I haven't even
okay,
watched it
if
either.
there's legs to it, then
She talks some real sense.
Now,
man.
the thing where she was talking about 300 and whatever,
Yeah.
that I agree with
There's
that.
a couple that she's posted and she talks some real sense, fam.
But it's because it's coming from her in general. People
It's
are
because
like,
it's her,
but some
yeah.
of the stuff she said. Did you see it as well? Jeremy, what's his name?
Corbano.
No, Clarkson.
Oh yeah, they lied saying he was sick.
Yeah.
And he
so
said he
the
was not-
the newspapers lied to say that like Clarkson over the Christmas period was battling COVID and he nearly died. So then he tweeted and said, "Why are you lying? I was lying in my bed and then it went away." He literally tweeted that.
How do people? Why do newspapers do that? I want to know how.
I reckon they
away
get
with
paid.
it. To lie.
So it's like, imagine I go, yo, I'm gonna give you this backhander.
There's distorting the truth, and there's
it's reframing the truth.
and
Yeah.
there's bald-faced lying.
Yeah,
That's not even a distorting of the truth, though.
that is a madness.
Yeah.
He telling someone he nearly died, and he comes out and said, "Why are you lying? I was in my bed." And then I just I isolated and wait for it to go in, and he's
There
like,
should be laws in place. Like if you work for the media and you misinterpret something like that,
So-
there should be real repercussions.
I didn't know newspapers lied, because I used to love newspapers when I was younger.
Bro, they're so politically biased.
Yeah. So I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
So
it's like the is it the BBC and the Daily Mail? The majority of them are like coming from Tory backgrounds.
Yeah, so I used to read, is it the Daily Mirror? All the time. Loved it. Yeah, loved it.
Is that the one with Page 3 Go?
No. Of course it wasn't.
He's been the back of the bus, man.
It just had interesting stories. And
Yeah.
used to buy the newspaper, used to read it, Daily Mirror all the time. And then I didn't know about tabloids and, you know, all them. And then when I started getting older, like, shit.
Yeah.
This is why I used to get
childhood
sucked in with these, like, some of these claims. And you know what I used to love as well? Closer. You know, Closer, man.
Closer magazine.
Yo,
that
yeah.
was actually sick.
Some of them stories were hard.
And Heat magazine as well.
Yeah.
We're going to London.
Yeah.
Heat magazine.
And then they used to have some of the most wildest stories, and I was like, shit.
Yeah. Nah, some people's lives are like Hollywood movies. That is live.
It was sick. Hey,
Nah, I
and then
remember
you
that,
find
man.
out all these stories are lies.
True. I knew it was scam from young when I used to. You'd watch because so like I'd watch Match of the Day, or I'd watch the game, or I'd go to a football game or watch it. Then I'd read the reports and stuff they say, and I'd be like, "Them man haven't even got the team right, or what they're saying isn't right." I was there. This is all. So since then, I was like, these newspapers, man, they just put
Right.
whatever.
There was one that I read the other day. Who was I speaking to about? Somebody actually. About how
So somebody
I look at, before you continue, I like how these stories begin, because I'm just waiting for another moment to be like, shut up then, innit?
no, it wasn't one of them. It was about how a mum used all her money to buy Botox. So it was like how this mum used all her money to look like a Kardashian, and now she's not buying her kids nothing for Christmas. Like, I was like, this lady's smart. She just sold the story. Now she's getting extra funds to buy these youth Christmas presents.
maybe. but still, though.
That's genius.
Yeah, it's genius.
It's the logic,
It actually
man.
is. I
Still,
was like,
though.
What does she look like?
she's old. She's old looking.
Oh.
I'll send you the
You
link.
see
actually.
that guy that was on Twitter who
It's about 5 bags for Ben Mitchell. Yeah.
he made a shine
For Ben Mitchell, man.
Ben
I was
Mitchell.
like, nah,
He's got like
nah,
Ben
nah,
Mitchell
nah.
pajamas. He's got pictures of him everywhere. Bed sheets. Man really
Of all
must have
people,
like,
Ben Mitchell.
I don't know,
I don't
bro.
know, man. Ben Mitchell is
I think
an
he's a
OG
G,
still.
though.
He's known in these
It's
streets.
mad. But anyway, to kind of like round up then, even though this year started off kind of like the same as last year,
Fuck them
if
kids.
there was anything that like you can like aspire to this year, have you got anything?
I'm not gonna lie, all my dreams and aspirations have been killed.
You can put them on hold.
Nah, literally, like I really feel like I've been pushed back.
I feel like a
Like-
lot of people probably have.
Like I feel like I'm kind of lucky. I feel like the only positive that I can kind of say that is at least we still have money in our pockets.
Health.
Health, no, but health don't mean shit if you don't have money.
I'd say the other way around.
Nah, bro. When you don't have that money, when
I
you
know,
don't
I
have
know,
sufficient money,
Uh,
and you don't have that, like
they
I'm not.
both go hand in hand though.
See, I'm not sick because I don't have money worries. But imagine now someone said I got no money. I swear I'll get some next sickness. That's
No,
when
I get what you're saying.
That's where everything will happen.
The stress will just
The stress
start,
will kill me.
yeah.
And then there's people. Imagine if we had kids. That's one of the things that I'm kind of lucky about. Imagine we had kids.
Like right now.
Yeah. Imagine this happened. Okay, so I'm gonna paint a picture. Not even paint a picture. Imagine this was 1990, but we was 28, 1990. In 1990. So that 28 is completely different to the 28 we are now. Because
Yeah.
my mum was 28 then. But they were adults.
Yeah.
So you need to think, they've got kids.
Yeah, okay.
They have a livelihood. That's not like us.
They can't stop. Life can't stop.
Life can't stop.
You've just gotta.
Yeah.
So imagine that happened then. Real talk, yeah. I don't know if I could hack you.
Well, if you was the kid back then, or if you was the adult,
I was the adult.
If he's the adult and we had kids. So basically, the
couldn't
reverse
hack
of
her back then, couldn't hack her back now. I mean, right now.
Like,
Back now.
Front left.
the only thing you really need to look after is yourself right now.
Yeah.
So imagine
I
if you
guess.
had no income. Okay, I'll be like, Rob, but imagine you had no income for 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot easier back then because you don't have like finances as the kind of finances we have now. But some of the things in place to prevent some of these things weren't about then.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's one of the things I'm looking for. But I generally feel like money right now is more of a priority than actual health. Because if your money flow stops,
Yeah,
your
true.
health issues will
No,
increase.
it is actually true, to be honest. Yeah. I think the money does mask things.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's
isn't-
not easy for you to get a job now to transition into something new because what jobs is there?
Oof, money talks.
Yeah. What about you, Che? I asked, like, is there any positives you can think
Positives of what?
for this year going onwards? What's the positives of what?
Powerbook 3 raising Canaan.
Oh, yo, it is cold.
It is
Yeah.
cold, man.
No, it's actually very cold.
I
Yo.
saw other people talking about
The amount of people who told me they're not watching Powerbook 2 because of how Power ended.
I was like that though.
But what you...
Oh,
yeah.
I have to give it props. It is very good. Like,
Fam, it is...
To be honest, if I've got nowhere to go, I may as well just start watching it.
My brother,
I've never been
you'll
watching
not
it.
be disappointed.
Yeah.
I've watched probably every episode
I
like 3
watched
times
every
already.
episode.
Yeah.
But the thing that pissed me off about this year is all my shows are being stopped. So you need to think about it. I don't watch that much TV.
Okay.
So the set shows that I have, so October would have been Stranger Things. It's gone.
I
Because
thought they were bringing out the third of this.
It was meant to be this year.
postponed it.
but everything got postponed, didn't it?
I don't know, because on the Netflix trailer it said, or maybe it just says officially next season coming, but
It was meant to be this October. That's
So
not
they
there.
probably filmed most of it, but not all of it.
this as in 2021.
No, 2020.
Just gone.
Yeah, he said this October. So
It was
the
meant
one
to be
just gone.
or it was September time. It's normally September, October. It wasn't there. Then you need to think like they were not going to film like the new bits of The Boys. You need to think, especially for actors, a lot of filming stopped.
Yeah, it's peak.
Like
Or when restrictions have loosened, they probably had to shorten the times to cram to do more, so it's released.
Yeah.
So it's like they've got a backlog.
I wonder if some actual, stage actors will take up like voice acting work right now. Do you have like in like
Might be.
animated TV?
That-
I don't even think that could be a thing.
Like, because if it's
No, you
if
can't.
it's just,
It
if
can
it's
be
just, if it's just animated stuff, then
Yeah, but there's not many.
No, but like maybe what it means is there might be a rise in more animation films because they can't do actual.
But fewer animated films really push that.
Huh?
Only animated films are more pushed to those kids.
the kids.
So
But that new one's out, that Soul one that everyone's watching.
I think-
we started watching it, found it was confusing as hell.
Was it?
Maybe it's because I was tired, yeah, and I wasn't really, but it was confusing.
What
the
did you think
Pixar,
of
is that
it?
the Pixar one, is it?
Because I've seen bits of it, and the man die.
He kind of like goes down into like another realm, basically, and it's kind of like his subconscious in a different realm, at looking at him in the actual future of what he could be, what he could have been. But it's all in animated and cartoon form. But
It seems too deep for a kids' film.
I don't think it is a kids' film. I think it's made in an animation way, but
it's-
Jamie Foxx is the voice of the main guy.
Okay.
He's a school teacher, but he wants to be a singer and stuff, and he goes for it. But I only really watched like half an hour of it and then cut it off after that. But I was confused. I need to watch it again, like not
It's called
tired.
Soul.
Yeah, so
I got soul, but
you'd have seen some people like talking about it.
we will talk about it.
Yeah,
And it's a black derived film, innit?
kind of.
Yeah.
It's only yeah. The backup singers are, and Jamie Foxx is the main guy. And I can't remember who else is in there. Some of the big actors are the voices as well.
Fam, I don't even like. You know what? What's actually got to me now? I go on Netflix and man scrolling for 15 minutes to literally try and pick something.
I watched that Dread. Did you watch it? That I put in the
Bro,
group. It was
I
quite
didn't
good.
watch it.
Because sometimes there's so much options.
There's options
You
and
just gotta be random and be like, I'm just gonna watch this, and then that's how you find something good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, But anyway, I think that's the first pod of the year, 2020. Thanks to
2021.
20. Fucking me. I'm still stuck in last year. So it feels the same.
Yeah.
Thank you to all the people that supported us in the last year. Anyone who's new to the podcast, I mean, you got a lot to catch up on now. There's more lockdowns, so I don't expect you to be slacking, saying like, "Oh no, I got no time." You've got plenty of time.
I'm all for the
Plenty of
pod.
time. You can even watch it while you're.
Nah, fuck this, man. I'm actually really upset. Like, I'm actually really angry.
You can watch them whilst you're doing your work from home and all them things. There,
Fuck working from home, man. The revolution will not be televised.
It won't.
This is, I'm being serious. We need to unite and start doing a Mazzolina, because I don't even know me, man. Because real talk, yeah, I can't hack this staying at home business no more.
Nah,
I spent nearly enough a year in my gaff
Nah,
to
shit.
come and spend another year in my gaff. Like, and I got a porn addiction.
Anyone who's out there going to help Josh, yeah,
Nah,
please.
I've really got a porn addiction.
Reach out to man.
Nah,
Talk to
for
Frank.
real,
I'm being serious.
It's getting too much for getting too much for me.
No,
man.
yeah, we ain't got to fun to man there,
It's getting way too much for man. Like, I really can't.
Wow.
My snatch can't have it.
So yeah, catch us on the socials, Instagram, the Front Left Podcast.
Apple Music.
No, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You know, search on the YouTube Front Left Podcast, and if you want to follow the journey on Twitter, Front Left Pod.
Anyone who wants to sponsor us as well.
I'm deactivating my Instagram. I really am.
There's got to be back tomorrow.
I'm
Man.
Clapping
Government don't
cheeks.
need me. Like,
Anyway, it's a Front Left Podcast over and out.
See you later. Peace.